Let's talk real quick about dating and men and women. What we have here is a post from an account called Girls Chase. I don't know anything about it, but one of the guys on my team hooked me up with it. We say one of the rare instances where you'll find a woman giving legitimate, sound, approaching advice to men. Now, this is a big thing online, this like dating advice. It's everyone wants to know, like, there's like this big divide between men and women now. And it's like men think all women are hoes and women think all men are losers. It's an ugly scene out there. So her tips. Well, I guess it's recapping what she says in the video. So let's just watch the video to start.
If you are bare minimum mid, like it doesn't matter how tall you are, your muscle, your money, this is the 100% most effective way to approach one. I have taken notes from men.
So right off the bat, we're saying if you're bare minimum mid, so you don't need money, height, social skills, anything, but you can still get chicks. And I will say, in my experience, there is a weird kind of unspoken aura or swag that you can have without all of the other things, like the traditional, like Andrew Tate things, right? It might depend on what you're looking for exactly, but let's see. She sounds like she's experienced.
Age range 22 to 37, like decades of hoeing around.
Whoa, geez,
and now
decades.
Men on the internet are confirming that this has worked for them. Chances are you are focusing on the completely wrong thing when you're thinking about approaching. The number one goal of how you start the conversation is to simply start the conversation. One way to do this is with a respectful compliment, especially if it's on something that she consciously chose. This can be her hair, this can be her shirt, this can be the book that she's reading. All you got to do is start the conversation. If compliments just aren't coming into your mind, this can be a context question. Now I go over pickup lines that relate.
How do we feel about that? I mean, I feel like, yeah, obviously baseline, if you're trying to approach a girl, you're not going to walk up and just like stand there and be like, start petting her face. Like, yeah, you walk up and start a conversation. And a compliment seems very basic, like very basic tier. But it is true, but try to be, like, I think she said something that she had intention with, which makes sense. So if you notice something about her that, like, in her decision-making process of going out that night, she clearly did this intentionally, you focus on that thing because that can open the doors. It's like, hey, I really love that bracelet. Like, I really love that bracelet. Did you choose that for a particular reason? Does it mean something to you, or did you just think it went nice with the outfit? You know, like a little bit, some of them, hey, I was at the other side of the bar and you look so fucking hot. What the fuck? Sorry, I just tapped it. That was my college go-to, and it always worked. I don't know why. Holy fuck, you're so hot. Yeah, you know what that sound is? You know what that sounds like? 100% hit rate. That was not my go-to. I'm being hyperbolic a little bit. Let's get back to it. So start out with approaching them and complimenting them. Bonus points if you can compliment something that might mean something to them with sentimental value or was clearly like an intentional style choice, something like that.
This can be a context question. Now I go over pickup lines that relate to context questions and just how to keep conversations going in my workshop, which you can grab from the top of my page. These are things like you're at a club, you ask,
hold
you can grab from the top of my page. Going in my workshop, which you can grab from the top of my page.
Is she trying to sell a how to pick up bitches workshop right now? Is that what I got sucked into? Is this a paid ad? I don't even know. Am I getting played right now? I probably should have watched this before. I watched like the first 8 seconds. I was like, oh, yeah, this could make conversation. I don't think it is. But does everyone just have a fucking course I have to buy? Do I have to buy a course to fucking get chicks? Is that what it is now? Sorry guys, if you don't have the money to buy a course from a woman who's been a hoe for the last 20 years of her life, you're not getting laid. Too bad, buddy.
These are things like you're at a club, you ask, oh, where have you been out tonight? Did you just get in, or like, what's the vibe? Typically, this sort of conversation works better with a younger crowd, whereas the compliment will work better with slightly older, more mature women because they, would appreciate a guy with
because they don't get as
Make
many
sure
compliments
you're
anymore.
her within eyesight so she doesn't get literally scared by you coming up behind her being like, I think you're so beautiful. And then just be normal. Try to speak.
I love that. Just fucking at the club, fucking Hey, I think you're really hot. It's fun. Oh, fuck! Jesus! That's the move. That's some good moves right there.
Speak relatively slowly, relatively quiet, politely, openly invite her out for coffee if she's free. Otherwise, move on. Follow for more.
Move on, follow for more. Also, buy my course. Like, so this is concerning me because, like, I came into this like, hey, this could spark some discussion. I thought it would maybe be a little bit thought-provoking, something deep, but all I'm hearing from this girl is literally this fucking account wrote like a 15-page breakdown. All I'm hearing from this girl is like, you need to know how to go up to a girl and talk to her. Yeah, I thought that much was assumed. Like he's like, I've been a hoe for 20 years, and let me tell you, the guys that I fucked, they came up to me and talked to me. Are bros really down so bad that they need to be buying fucking $15 PDFs to learn this shit? Is that how fucked the internet has made people? Are we so dusty from spending 37 hours a day in Discords sharing fucking brain rot memes with our boys, and we're so averse to human interaction that you have to buy a fucking course from a 20-year hoe veteran to learn that you have to just walk up to a chick and like be comfortable having a conversation? I know it may, like, sure, it sounds easier, like there can be nerves, whatever, but like, good Lord, bros are down bad right now. Boy, oh boy. If I'm gonna say this, right? It has never been more apparent to me why Andrew Tate is a multimillionaire from selling manosphere content to insecure men. Because Jesus, there is a large void that apparently is not being filled. I think I need to make a course. Oh boy, we're talking revenue streams, dude. I could make like a lynda.com. What are they doing now? Whatever interface sells courses, do like a 15 video module, 5 chapters, 3 videos per chapter, how to approach women, how to break the ice, what to say to keep the conversation going. Okay, dude. And this is what brothers are doing right now. Like, they're just milking insecure men and just like literally going to ChatGPT, like, give me a 15-step process to like talk to girls, and then turning it into video content, producing it. I'm not even fucking with you. If I had like if I had a dedicated week to I could make a legitimate course and probably make enough money to pay for my mortgage. I would never do it because I'm not a piece of shit, right? Is what I'm saying to you. But it's just crazy that the market is so hungry for that shit. I just can't fucking believe it. I would much rather make money making fun of alcoholics and hit and runs. Let's see some of the comments though, because I think sometimes you can really get some insight. Stop listening to fish telling you how to catch fish. They're clueless. So the Greta is telling us we can't listen to a woman telling us how to get women. We have to listen to other men. There's plenty of those. The biggest argument some men and women have against this is that, oh, you're saying women are fish because they intentionally pretend like it's not an analogy so they get sympathy and attention. What did I just read, honestly? What does that even mean? When she said coffee, I was like, ooh, this advice is not for courting black women. Got it. I'm sorry, can you not invite black women to coffee? Is this chat? Tell me, do black women not drink coffee? I mean, I am so just living in my white coffee enjoying bubble that I sometimes, there's just certain little details I miss about culture. Why can't you invite a black woman to drink coffee? Is that just a white person thing? What's going on here? Maybe I do need to buy the course. I say all this facetiously, of course, because of my sweet, wonderful queen that is asleep across the driveway right now in my home. Very blessed to have a lovely wife. And we joke a lot on our YouTube channel together when we do content around like dating, and we'll watch shit from like the whatever podcast and just all the whole culture shit going on right now. And we're just like, man, woo, thank Christ we're old and married, because I would not know how to hang around today's dating scene with social and, just online shaming, and it's just a fucking nightmare out there. But I like to think I'm just an old dog with old tricks, and some of those old tricks could still work these days. You just can't get caught up in the the bullshit online. After 600 cocks, she did say, 20 years. She had a 20-year whole phase. I mean, if we're doing the math here, let's bring up Raycast, like 20 years times, what are we thinking? Like maybe one cock a week. So 20 years times 52, that's 1,040 cocks. That's more than 600 actually. I mean, one a week is maybe that's a little aggressive. So maybe we'll do like half of that. So maybe bi-weekly cocks. So like 20 years times 26, that's 520 cocks. That's a little bit more reasonable. So yeah, I mean, you're listening to advice from a woman that's had 520 cocks, 20-year whole face, you know. Admitted by her. I'm not judging. I'm just relaying the information she gave me. Is it me or do these Gen Z females on TikTok always talk with excessive hand movements? Very irritating. It's Gen Z females on TikTok and Italians. I mean, just I don't find it irritating at all. I feel for guys. Glad I found my love early. Yeah, honestly. Ask the fisher, not the fish. So this is the thing now. These online dudes are like, well, you couldn't possibly take advice from a woman about how to get women, because that's like trying to ask a fish about how to catch a fish. Get it? Right? You know, to insinuate that like the idea of catching a woman is just like having to get them to fucking bite your bait, to like reel them in. The whole thing is just so fucked. Like that isn't what relationships should be about. It should be about finding someone you can generally connect with and share wonderful life experiences with. I really think that like the overarching thesis of all of this type of behavior is that, and it's so played out to be like, oh, social media this, social media that. But there has been a profound effect on the psychology of men and women in general in just relationships, with, I guess, like the proliferation of sexual promiscuity and how social media has heightened that through the ability to gather attention through what I would call the decimation of modesty, I think, to an extent. I don't know, like I'm not trying to write a dissertation here, but I do think about this a lot. But the reality is like there's gonna, like you can't leave out of the conversation in the way relationships have gone into this like idea of this kind of like this progressive push towards hypersexualization and like women power feminization, like celebration of sexual expression through adult content and OnlyFans. And yes, queen, you make $1 million by fucking sandblasting a dildo suction cup to your shower wall. Congratulations. Like we're like we're applauding all of this behavior and then being like, why are men and women struggling to have healthy relationships? It's like, oh, well, I wonder why, really. I just don't see why that could be a possibility. There's no maybe causality to any of this, why that's happening. I'm just saying, I'm not a smart guy. I'm just like, this is just these are the places I'd be sniffing if I was wondering why shit has really spiraled. In my opinion, there's not all hope is lost, but there's a lot of variables that go into finding a partner. But I think the most important part is there does need to be an effort to put yourself in situations where you increase your luck. And by that, I mean, you're putting yourself in situations where you increase your chances of meeting new people that you might vibe and get along with. And obviously, like, there's the dating app thing. That's one way to do it. But if you can find other local social communities and places that are just where you don't usually go, and it doesn't have to be a bar. It can be like a local club. It can be a farmer's market, like places that might center around things that you like. If you're into fitness, it's like, I don't know, maybe there's like a local fitness meetup or something like that. Like there's ways to find these things and just put yourself around new people. And it might not happen right away. It might not happen in a year or 2 years, but like it will definitely not happen if you don't do something to disrupt your normal routine of just like going to work and coming home and going to work and coming home and spending all of your extra time consuming entertainment and being online and doing all of your normal vices without ever making an effort to leave your comfort zone, to be around new situations that seem so scary because we're so fucking placated by all of our vices and all of these things that we're constantly just letting appease our need for connection or letting us forget about our need for connection. You have to push that placation to the side and be intentional about putting yourself in a position where you're going to meet somebody, new people. And it doesn't even have to be a potential partner. Like this goes with friendships. This goes with guys needing other guys to have camaraderie with. This is not specifically about a romantic relationship. This is just in general. There is a need for this type of behavior because we are at every turn, from the second we wake up to the moment we go to bed at night, being placated by technology and companies that have turned us into a product. And if you don't push back a little bit, a decade goes by and you're like, holy fuck, wow. But guess what? Imagine, and I'm going deep right now, but imagine if instead in that decade, before you let that decade slip by, completely placated by your vices, you made one intentional decision a day that took 30 to 35 minutes to do something new, to try something new, to learn something new, to go somewhere new. That 35 minutes, maybe even an hour, compounded over the course of a decade, would absolutely change the course of your life. And a decade is being generous. Sometimes it only takes a couple months, 6 months, 12 months, a year, before you can barely even recognize yourself. And it's incredible. You know, Dave Ramsey always talks about compound interest. Why you just gotta stop spending $7 on a fucking Starbucks coffee and save $15 a month, and over 50 years, that 4% safe interest in a money market account, you're gonna make $1 million. It's like, dude, I get it, Dave, that's a little conservative for me, but it's no different than just anything else in life. Things compound over time. You might not be able to make any change in a month doing something 30 minutes a day, but if you do it for 12 months, now you get somewhere. That is the only reason I've ever had any sort of modicum of financial, relationship, spiritual, mental success in my life, is because of my ability to intentionally make decisions, albeit small at the time, and do them consistently for a long period of time. That's the only reason. I'm not a smart guy. Like I have certain levels of street smarts, but like I'm not exceptionally intelligent or talented in anything specifically. I just have a little bit of resilience and a stick-to-itiveness and the realization that like things in motion stay in motion, and things that are idle take a bit of inertia to get moving. But once that inertia, getting past that inertia is the hard part. And once it starts moving, oh baby, look the fuck out. Look the fuck out. Steamrolling. Also, I have a mullet, so you literally can't trust anything that comes out of my disgusting mouth. I'm dead serious. I don't even know what I'm saying right now.